Hey, welcome everybody to Bridging the Seen and Unseen. I am your host. I am Shane McLain, and I'd like to welcome you all to this awesome podcast that we have. I'm looking so forward to this guest that we have because everybody knows that, I'm Knights Templar, Order of the Archangels and Archangel Citadel. Well, the guest that we have tonight is the GM of Knights Templar Empire and Crusaders Empire. And this is GM Andrew Solter.
Hey, how's it going?
What's up, buddy? What's up?
All blessed and highly favored.
Yeah. I try to introduce you the right way, and but if you could just start off by telling everybody who you are and just a little bit about yourself, and and then we'll get into the Knights Templar stuff.
Sure. My name is actually David Andrew Solter Jr. I come from a very, very strong Christian family, Christian background. At 13 years old, man, I kind of found other substances, and I'm actually a recovering addict, actually, of 25 years. And, God has blessed me and saved my life a lot of times, many times, more than one, actually. And, you know what I mean? And as we Templars, we believe in God's will. It's called Deus Vult. It's God's will for me to build this empire for him, for me to, to help people to continue through life, man, being that 2025 Knight Templar. You know what I mean? California, man. California, Seattle. I live in Kansas right now. Unfortunately, it's all right. I'm definitely a West Coast boy, man. Yeah, just moved a lot when I was a kid.
You think you're West Coast? Is that where you are now?
No, I'm actually in Kansas, smack dab in the middle.
Okay.
Midwest. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, so nothing goes on here, man. It's just pretty bland, but it's okay. It's what you make it. You know what I mean? And it's okay, man. You just got to find things to do, man. But yeah, Kansas is where I'm at right now. So
that's awesome. That's awesome. You talk about the Christian background and everything,
Sure.
I'm also an archbishop, so I've studied theology for, 30 plus years, and I have a doctor of theology. But I really appreciate somebody from different backgrounds and things like that. And I also come from a pretty rough background, my mom, I had some real issues when I was growing up with my parents, and then, with drugs and alcohol and stuff like that. But once I had that one encounter with God, and I said, God, if you're real, and this is by far what I said, if you're real and you want to be a part of my life, let me know you like you know me.
Exactly.
And as soon as that happened, I started getting in and praying, and it's not like something physical happened, but I started reading God's word, and I started seeing pictures of what I read, and I was able to describe everything that I saw, and it was amazing to me. And I've probably been through the Bible, 12, 13 times all the way through, but it's so phenomenal to me, once you get out of the way that we do things into how God wants you to do things, how much things are different in your life. And I commend you, man. I commend you on your recovery. I commend you on where you are in life, and doing it. And I know that you're the GM of these orders. How did they start, and how did you come about being a GM?
Well, so I want to back up a little bit. So when I was younger, like I said, I was definitely raised in a Christian ethnic background. Man, went to church every day. Every Sunday. Went to Bible study at Awana and things like that. And my mom would get these visions from God and getting these prophetic. I don't know what to call them, but messages from God that I'm getting ready to do this big thing. You know what I mean? To lead this army for God and to help many people. And I'm like, man, and I'm 13 years old, kind of a little bit in addiction, 13, 14, 15, man, you know what I mean? And kind of at my rebellious stage. And I'm like, yeah, right, mom, you know what I mean? Yeah, right, that ain't going to happen. But as time progressed, I could see the enemy creeping into my life in this spiritual warfare, trying to destroy my life. I had a daughter that passed away. And that was kind of my rock bottom,
sorry,
bro. Yeah, it was kind of my rock bottom, and I was just like, dude, I want to be a dad so bad, you know what I mean? And like, I see my baby mama, destroying my kid when she's pregnant. It's a long story, man. I just don't want to go into details, but it was kind of a painful situation, man. I went through, and then I fell off the wagon pretty bad there, man, for a while. And I'm like, okay, the enemy, just take me. I'm done. I want to be a dad. I have nothing to live for. I want to. And it was where the demonic dark forces came over me, man, and tried to kill me. Like I ate a half ounce of methamphetamine, and I was on, and I almost died, and I was on the hospital bed, and then I remember the chaplain coming in and talking to my current fiance that I'm with right now. Like, he's done, you know what I mean? And then I mean, I had not the whole room full of my brothers, of my Templars, and my Crusaders sitting in this room praying for me, putting hands on me, and all of a sudden, boom, I snapped out of it. You know what I mean? And I'm like, whew. And then I'm like, oh gosh, I said, I'm done. I'm done. I can't do this anymore. This is not what I'm supposed to be living for. And then before I found Caleb, man, I found a group of guys that would meet with us. About 2 or 3 of us, man, are founders of the orders right now. Who says, we got to do something more. This is more of this life than just doing drugs and being a rebel. You know what I mean? And so I found a couple guys, started our own thing, and then Grandmaster Caleb from Texas, from the military order who we are umbrellaed by, says, "Hey, man, you guys want to be official? You guys want to rock with us?" And I said, "Man, why not, man? You know what I mean? This is my calling. My mom had all these visions. When I was younger, why can't this take place?" And it has. You know what I mean? And it's been a roller coaster experience ever since then. Being a OGM of 2 major orders, we have 14 states and 2 countries right now that we are crusading empire in. At the first of the year, I'm opening up Knights Templar Empire. We do things a little different than any other order. You have to squire in. You have to be a crusader for a while. You have to have crusader activity in your state, training, knowledge, chapter meetings, and then if you're on good standings with the order, we will vote you to be a Knight Templar. If anybody doesn't know any history, the Knights Templar were the overseers of the Crusaders.
Yep.
So I do things a little different than every other order, man. You can't just jump Templar. You know what I mean? There's hoops you got to jump through. And my GM Crusader, he's a powerhouse, and he's going to make sure that you are in good standings with his order before you become a Knight Templar.
Wow.
So, yeah. So we do things a little different, man.
So how did you? How did that come with you about being OGM? And how long was it where you started out and then you finally became OGM?
So about 2.5 years ago, man, we were just a bunch of, like I said, 3, 4, 5 nights, man, having meetings, just having Bible study, helping people in recovery. If they needed sober living, if they needed, we go help the homeless, man. There's a group of us, man, and we'd all take a vote. You know what I mean? And that's how any organization, any club, any order would do. You always have to take a vote. People have to vote on you. So I decided to take the mantle up and run with it. So
That's awesome. That's awesome.
thank you,
That's
thank you, bro.
awesome, man. And like you said, it's good to be in an alliance. And if you guys haven't figured it out, the Order of Archangels is with an alliance with
Absolutely.
GM here, and I think it's going to be a powerhouse as far as
Yeah.
alliance, because that's
Oh, yeah.
that's what we're looking for, because
Yeah.
we are a lot on the church side,
Sure.
of it, so we have a
Mhm.
lot of the theology. We have a lot, like I was telling you, I work a lot with spiritual warfare.
Sure. Sure.
um I work inside the paranormal field, and I help families that have been affected, because I started this podcast, Bridging the Seen and Unseen. What that is I wanted to bridge the gap between paranormal and clergy,
Sure.
because first of all, people have a bad misconception that all hauntings are demonic. That's not true.
Mhm.
That's not that.
Mhm.
That's just simply not true. It's not biblical. It's not true. If you are bad in life, you're bad in death. If you're evil in life, you're evil in death. When you're demonic on that end, that's not something that humans can create. Humans can't even manipulate that process. They manipulate humans. So, to get people to understand the difference and that's the problem that I've found, not only in churches, but I was a pastor, a full-time pastor for 3 years, and I was have families come in and they were in desperate need of help. And I had deacons in the church going, and they're like, "Oh, we'll put your family on the prayer list," and that's it.
Oh yeah.
They want you to preach about spiritual warfare,
Right.
but
Right.
they have not the first clue
Mm.
on what to do when it comes to truly putting on the full armor of God. And
Amen.
I'm like, listen, I said I have to step away, because I have something way greater that I
Yeah.
have to do.
Yes.
And I
Yes.
started working these cases, and I would get cases from families that were really, really affected. I sent you a couple, I sent you a couple letters of recommendation, and
Sure.
those are actual clients that I work with that were severely affected.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah.
And what we do is we come in and we do a proper, like a lot of people in the paranormal field, they like to use sage. I don't use sage.
Mhm.
I use frankincense, which is very
Sure.
biblical, goes all the
Yes.
way back
Yes,
to the
sir.
Old Testament, into the
Yes.
synagogues, where God would hover across the top of it, and it was a pleasing aroma to God. It was laid at Jesus'
Yes.
feet during his birth. So
Yes.
it is a neutralizer. Frankincense and myrrh are a neutralizer of any and all negative energies in or around the area that you are at. So you can clear out negative energy with that. So a lot of the clearing, cleansing, blessing, stuff like that.
Right.
Not everything's an exorcism. Now, I am an exorcist.
Sure.
I am. Our patriarch, he's a lead exorcist. We both, and what we wanted to do is we found that a lot of the Roman Catholics and things like that, which we are apostolic, and what that means is that we look at we look at what the apostles, how the apostles live, how the apostles work, how the apostles, and that's apostolic, is when you mimic your ministry, after the apostles. So when we go in, we evaluate, and one thing, you got the churches telling everybody that, oh, you've got a haunting, then it must be demonic. And then you have paranormal teams going in, and just because there's a cabinet opening and slamming like that there's demonic. I've seen it from both sides. So what we do is we go in and we train properly how to identify true demonic activity from a regular haunting. We teach teams how to properly ground, protect, and cleanse everything. We teach teams how to properly do that. And our main thing, which is my wife and I, is we help families that are in desperate need. So I get it. I get it with the being busy like that, because I never know what's going to go on. And so I commend you for wanting to do this. And I think it's a huge ministry, especially like when you're helping people with recovery and things like that. That's humanitarian. See, the good thing about spiritual warfare is all spiritual warfare, anybody that works all spiritual warfare, is all humanitarian.
So I also believe that I think the greater the calling in anybody's life, if God is, I'm not saying anybody's better than anybody else, but I believe that I believe the greater the calling is going to be, the more the attack. You know what I'm saying? And that's why my mom, for so many years when I was in addiction, man, like, I mean, I'm going to tell you, the darkness tried to kill me, brother. You know what I'm saying? Like there's times where, I mean, I've done stuff. I should be locked up for the rest of my life, brother. You know what I'm saying? The stuff I've done. You know what I'm saying? Done to people and things like that. But by the grace of God, man, I'm here today talking to you. I've shot a gun at my fiance, bro. I mean, from here to that door right there, brother. Because I was so high and so out of my mind, and the demonics, she would look at my eyes are black, brother. You know what I mean? And it was so deep in this addiction, and so deep in this darkness, man. It was controlling my life. And I believe, Satan, Lucifer, whatever you want to call him, man, the enemy. The devil.
Yeah.
I mean, he definitely had, but he didn't win. In the end, we win.
Amen.
You know that. Yeah. So, and he tried to kill me. He's tried for 25 years to kill me, bro. But I'm sitting here right here in sober living, bro, talking to you and having this conversation, having this podcast, brother. You know what I mean? Because I mean, I believe there's so much greater for all of us, man. Really, we just got to tap into God's will. You know what I mean?
So were you able to quit cold turkey?
So I did go to rehab, because when I was out there, I was selling dope, selling guns. A couple major biker organizations here in Kansas, the Midwest. I just, it was more addicting, was a lifestyle, but the dope came with the lifestyle. You know what I mean? And I did go to a rehab for 30 days. And I know I'm an outpatient right now, because I'm Mondays and Tuesdays when we talked about that I couldn't. But I am getting treatment, and I'm getting help for my past and my addiction.
Does it still affect you? Do you still have
cravings? So being for who I am, like, and I'm not trying to be up on a pedestal or be up on a high horse or anything, but I know a lot of people. You know what I mean? I know I can't even go to Walmart or go to Denny's or anything, man. My fiance is like, man, you just know so many freaking people. I was like, man, I can't help it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't mean to be like that. Like, I got a ministry, with my page, Facebook page, and my TikTok and all that. I got ministry, and also have ministry as well. Hello? Oh shit! Oh, lost you.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, no. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, yeah. So, I just.
Oh man, he clicked out of it. Yeah, guys, just wait. Let's see if he comes back in. Gwen. Gwen.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I think something happened with his side. See if it clicks back on.
Yeah, I'm waiting for him. Hang on. I'm gonna message him now. Yeah, things happen, especially he probably got a text or something and it kind of kicked him out.
Yeah, because I saw him hitting the side of his.
Yeah. It can happen really easy. Let me message him.
Yeah.
I'm
gonna pause it real quick.
All right. Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So, and like I said, my mom still tells me today, man, you know what I mean, I'm going to do something great to lead this army. And I'm like, Mom, you don't see it right now? She's like, yeah, but you're going to do something greater. I'm like, what does that mean? Why are you talking like that? You know what I'm saying? Because my mom's got a gift from God. You know what I'm saying? She's very prophetic, like I said before. And she's like, okay. And it's like, she knows, man, like, if I'm gonna end up almost getting in a wreck on the highway, she's like, be careful, you know what I mean? Like, oh my gosh, Mom, how would you know that? You know what I mean? So
it's amazing.
Yeah.
My mom's the same way. My mom, like, every time I get in trouble when I was a kid, my mom knew it before I was able to tell her.
Mom's amazing.
Sure. Oh yeah. It's just like those mom. Yeah, it's a situation, mom, and you know what I'm saying, and like, and everything she's told me, like, and I see it, not just through on the internet, not just through on social media in real life. You know what I mean? She's like, Andrew, do you know what your name means biblically? And I'm like, okay, Mom, you're gonna tell me anyway. She said, the beloved fisher of men, because my name is David Andrew Solter.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Disciple as well, man. So I'm like, okay, wow, okay, that makes sense now. You know what I mean? So. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome, man. So, like you were talking about, like when you go into Walmart or something like that, you go and it's like that. It's like that, you know, even with me, you know, because like online and things like that, you know, I know so many people like in the paranormal field and things like that.
Sure.
And listen, I am clergy that works in the paranormal. I am not a paranormal clergy that works in the paranormal. I am a clergy first. And so my goal is to always be able to help people. And that's what I want to do. And I think that's why I think this alliance is going to work so well.
Oh yeah. So we're also thinking about doing a sober living called Crusading in Recovery. I think we purchased the land, but we were looking at some lands out there in Florence, Kansas, man. That's out in the middle of nowhere, man. But it's going to have it's called Crusading in Recovery, helping everybody that, you know, there's obviously hoops we got to jump through the state and all that, man. But we're willing to do that, man, just to, you know, give back to the community much as we can.
That's awesome. So how would that work? Would it be like Knights Templar, or would it be Knights Templar inviting other people?
So, I mean, we don't know yet. We just kind of brainstormed the other day, man, and kind of looked at.
It's a good idea. It's a good idea.
So, like I said, we do things a little different, man. You got to be a Crusader before you got to be a Templar. So it's going to be called Crusading in Recovery. So, if anybody doesn't know what crusade means, is fighting for something bigger than yourself. That's what a crusade is. And if you look into the Western Dictionary, if you look at the definition, that's what it is. Fighting for something larger than yourself. You know what I mean? That can mean a lot of things. You know what I mean? Fighting for recovery or a better way of life. You know what I mean?
That's a crusade in itself. There's millions of crusades.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. And you know, it's just not. I got a couple of my commanders, man, who are like, hey, man, when are we gonna take care of Dearborn? When are we gonna go to Michigan? Well, I understand that everybody wants me to call the Crusades and stuff like that, but dude, it's not just on. I mean, the Islamic aggression, the terrorist aggression is a factor right now in 2025. Right now, and in the world today, and I get that. But we can crusade through different things in life. You know what I mean? It's not just through one particular thing. And if they're the crusading empire just for that, they can. I mean, they're in the wrong organization.
They
You know what I'm
definitely
saying?
are. They definitely are.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
definitely are. I've dealt with several that have even come into the order of archangels, knowing that we are a ministry first. We are a spiritual warfare ministry, and wanted to talk about like boots on the ground,
Right.
going and confronting these issues, and I'm like, look, there's a time and a place for stuff like that,
Yeah, absolutely.
and I said, we're modern day, we are a ministry, so a
Right.
lot of our crusade and battles are done in the spiritual warfare realm. So I mean, you have to take that, it's not about suiting, which I've got the whole First Crusade suit. I've got all that. I mean, you can even see the sweatshirt that I'm wearing. I mean, a lot of my gear, a lot of the stuff that I have, I mean, I've got everything. I've even got a Prince sword, an original Prince sword for knighting. And I mean, I love the historical fact behind it.
Mhm.
But a lot of people I have noticed when they get on, they think that it's about suiting up, lace the boots up, get your sword, get your guns ready, and let's go confront the enemy head on. Like
Right.
you don't even know what you're getting into, because then you're separating yourself, actually almost coming a militia.
Right. Yeah. I mean, yeah. So yeah. I mean, so the order that we came from, they've kind of labeled them as a militia, but I mean, we're not. You know what I'm saying? We're a church itself. We're a lot of things. Being a Templar and being a Crusader is a lot. Being in 2025, and they're like, "Well, what do you guys do?" I'm like, "Well, where do you restart, man?" You know what I'm saying? There's a lot to being. There's a lot to being a Crusader and Templar in 2025. Absolutely. You know what I mean? I know you guys are a little bit more spiritual, but we'll take care of business if we need to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I commend that. We're the same way. We're the same way. We're the same way, brother.
Yeah. Well, I mean, my commander chief Knight Templar Empire, man, is about 9 foot tall, man. He's my CC under me, and he's been with me. He's a founder. He's company. He's a big boy, and he's a teddy bear, but his nickname is Sentinel, man, and Big Cheesy as we call him. But he's definitely a powerhouse, man. I just actually posted a picture of him, but he's a good guy, man. Good guy, good family man. But he messes with his family. If you mess, you're gonna see them haymakers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, and I get it, man. Like I said, like my GMs before, we're not savages. We're defenders. You know what I'm saying? We are defenders. We're not going to go campaign on somebody, or you know what I'm saying? If we just out of aggression or out of of anything. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
right. And and I do believe, as knights right there, if we don't stand for something, that we fall for anything. So and I mean, we have to stand, but first and foremost, we have to be defenders of Christianity. We have to be, and in order to be defenders of Christianity, we have to be absolute lovers of Jesus Christ.
Absolutely.
And that's where people get it wrong, because they think, oh yeah, I'm a Christian. Well, like you can say, but faith without works is what?
Useless.
Dead.
We're dead. Yeah. Useless. Yeah.
Dead.
Yep.
Dead. Faith without works is dead. So I mean, when you say, "Oh, I believe," the devil believes in God.
Yeah.
The devil believes in God. So I mean, if you, it's one thing to have somebody say, "Oh yeah, I'm a believer," But if you were to take someone else and mirror and look into your life, would somebody be able to say that is a Christian?
Mm.
That is who that that is somebody who is authentic, who has a heart for Jesus, who has a heart for people and wants to love and see people the way that Jesus does. That guy right there. And that's the problem that I see even with people that are in churches today. Andrew, some of the best and worst people I've ever known in my entire life sit in a church.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I agree 100%, man.
So I mean, I don't know. And when people have these experiences, especially going into 2026, I'm sorry to tell you, but if churches continue on the path that they've been going without proper evangelism, without proper ministry tactics, without being able to reach people, as Paul says, I became all things to all people in order that some may be saved. There's no guarantee behind it. But when you take yourself out of the equation, and like, if you're ministering to a drug addict, that doesn't mean to go in and become a drug addict. That means meet the drug addict right where they are so they can see God through you. That's what Paul did. And that's what we should all be doing. And that's the problem that I see with Christians today, is because they don't know how to properly do that. They don't evangelize. They don't try to help people. They have a mentality that says, like, well, if they really want to know God, then they'll come to church. Well, then when you find out your church is 3/4 empty, then you'll know exactly why you can't have that mentality.
Right.
So have you seen that? Have you seen that during your walk? I mean, have you seen it?
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I see it through a lot of Templar orders as well. People,
really? Through Templar orders?
Oh my gosh, bro. People. Okay, so I definitely had to humble myself on the whole situation, the whole scenario the whole situation I went through with the Templars, because of those false accusations against my name and things like that. I had one of my orders stripped from me, taken from me. But it's okay because we're in better hands now. But I see it through a lot, man, because people reach a certain status of being a Templar and they just don't they
forget their roots.
They forget who they absolutely. You know what I mean? I'm the highest ranking Templar of the Empire, and I run 2 major orders. You know what I mean? God has humiliated me a bunch, man. You know what I'm saying? I have a good job. I have a good career. I have a good fiance. You know what I mean? And I could have my nose stuck up in the air, man. But you know what? I'm willing to go help somebody on the street right now, brother. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I have no problem doing that. You know what I mean? And I don't know what people get in their head with being I guess high-ranking official of an order, saying, you know what I mean, that they think they're better than everybody else, man. When they beg for an alliance, now I'm not talking about the one I'm with right now. I'm talking about another one. I'm like, bro, and then all of a sudden you're on a high horse now, bro, and you're like, and it's just, there's a lot of, if you want to talk about that, man, there's a lot of controversy between orders right now that I've experienced. Probably the first 6 months, man. There's just
so you kind of have to be careful, like when people say they want to alliance like that.
Oh yeah.
Like let me ask you, and you can tell me honestly, like when we came to you about the alliance, were you questioning who we were?
Yeah, I mean, I've heard about you guys. I know Grandmaster Caleb has talked to you guys, and Grandmaster Bear, OGM and IGM of the Self-Military Organized Templar in Texas. They've spoke about you guys, and I've seen a couple of your guys' posts. I mean, I'm all for it. You know what I'm saying? Um, you know my criteria. I know we're on the air right now, but I mean, you know my criteria of being in alliance with us. You know what I mean? I've asked you a couple of questions, man. I don't know if I'm allowed to say this or what. I mean, but um, I know Caleb. I know Caleb. I know Caleb real well. Caleb's me and him talk on the phone. He's came to Kansas a couple of times, man. Um, you know, and me and him are a lot alike. We're stubborn. We're we're hard headed, but we mean well. You know what I'm saying? And but for a long time, man, there was this jacket put on me, dude, that I don't know. I mean, it'd be because of my past behavior or something like that. But then, so for a process that you get unsanctioned or unumbrelled per se, does that make sense? You have to go through a thing called Templar court, where it's just like court. You plead your case, you talk about it, you fought the false accusations for your unsanctioned or unumbrelled per se. You know what I mean? And you have to go through a process. Well, that process didn't happen with me, and my order was stripped from me. But that's okay. You know what I mean? Things had to happen the way it did. There was a lot of betrayal, a lot of backstabbing that I didn't see coming. But it happened, and I bit the bullet, and I got something greater and more powerful right now against God's will, the Empire.
So you said these other Templars and stuff like that, are they not Christian? Are they not defenders of Christianity, or have we forgotten where they came from?
Yeah. I don't. I think they forgot where they came from because a couple of GMs put us in a chat together so we could all talk about it and squash the. Because I'm a very forgiving man. God told us to forgive. You know what I'm saying? And I forgive that person for backstabbing me. And when he wanted my throne so bad, bro, he put on false accusations on my name. Because he knows I had talent and I was bringing people in and I was building this, and he was jealous. So, and I forgive him. You know what I'm saying?
Instead of working with you, he was trying to work against you.
Absolutely. And he told the order that we come from, their order, that some false accusations about me. So it was a jacket that wasn't even true. You know what I mean? And it was like, why are we doing this? We're supposed to be Templar Knights of 2025, and we're supposed to be working together. We're supposed to be lying together. And there's all this other thing because you were jealous of my throne and who I was and who I am. You know what I mean? And it was just like, okay. And I saw Bear. God bless Bear. Jimmy Rutledge, man. He's my guy, man. He put us all in a chat together, and we were all going to just squash it out. And then he leaves the chat like, bro, like really, like I'm here humbling, myself. Where me and you really should have had words, and we had a deep conversation on how and what you really feel about me, and how you stole the throne. And look, I'm not even mad at it, bro. I'm not mad at it. We're good now. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, so. See, it's just crazy to me that because I'm not in with a lot of the. I'm very cautious because of Freemasonry, Mason, and stuff like that, and like a lot of people hide behind being a Knights Templar, but then you find out there's something else to them, and I don't. I want to be really careful about that, because as a ministry, like if you look at our bylaws for the Order of Archangels and the Archangel Citadel, we have a whole big bylaw that we go by. And if you are affiliated as a Mason or a Freemason, we cannot, biblically, we cannot have anything to do with you.
Right. And all these, I don't know if you ever see, I don't know if you're on my Crusaders Empire page, but there's a lot of these Masons out there saying, well, you can't be a Templar without being a Mason. Oh, that's crap. Because you can, because I've been knighted by an international order that came to Kansas and knighted me in person and did the procedure right and everything.
Don't the Masons know that the Pope the Pope Claudio or whatever shut that down in like the 1300s. He shut the Masons down. He shut them down because of the crusade they were doing. And they started out as Catholic Masonic. And the Pope saw that and didn't like how the Masons were doing, the Freemasons were doing things. And he not only shut them down, but if you showed yourself up around him and the governor or king or whatever it was would have Templars put to death.
Oh, yeah. So, I mean, I don't know if you know the history of the Templars, but there was two sides of the Templars. The one that we are today, the non-Freemasons and the Masons Templars. So back in the medieval day, the Masons
were Neos.
Yeah, right. They found the dark knowledge, okay, that they use. Did you ever hear anything about that?
Oh yeah.
They found the dark. Oh yeah. So the ones that I think actually kind of started the executioner of the GM of the Templars back in the medieval days. Because they found the dark knowledge of the demonic powers and things like that. And we are definitely not that. Those are the Masons. And you can be a Knight Templar or in a Crusader, and you don't have to be a Mason.
Period. I know. There's so many there's differences.
Yeah. Once you reach that 33 level, you're praying to Lucifer. You are praying to Lucifer because to enter Masonry, you can be any religion. You can be Christian, Baptist, Odinism, Buddhist, Judaism, anything to join this club. Okay, because what is Satan? What is Lucifer? He's a deceiver. You know what I mean? So he's trying to get everybody.
An angel of light.
Yeah, exactly. And they don't know that. Other brothers don't know that because it's a secret society. The biggest world secret society. That's sad, man.
They really are. They really are. And being surprised that we're talking about this, like there's cases that we have worked even as the Order of the Archangels to where we have had to break generational binds and generational curses from Freemasons and Templars because of dark magic and stuff like that, because it not only affects you, and it may not even affect the person, but it affects the person's family. Your children come up.
Yeah. My grandfather
was 32nd. My grandfather was 32nd.
Yeah. And we've had addiction problems and everything, brother. You know what I mean? And no wonder. You know what I'm saying? All this can be cleared off your record if you sign this petition to be in Freemasonry. And here's some money too. No, I'm good. I'm not gonna sell my soul to the devil, man. I'm a Templar. I'm a warrior god, and I'm defenders of the innocent. Okay, what are you guys doing? You guys ain't helping the public. You guys are keeping society. Who can probably help the public? You know what I'm saying? You guys want to go in your little weird lodges, man. Okay, cool. Whatever. There's one in every corner in Kansas, bro. It's crazy out here, man.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Yep. And how much they're not for the people. They're for the man. That's a whole different. That's a whole different conversation.
I can prove you right here. I can introduce you, brother. I can introduce you to some paranormal teams that have actually gone and in unsanctioned Masonic building. Really? They are now opening up for paranormal investigating. Why is there paranormal investigation inside of the Masonic Lodge if there wasn't anything dark?
Wow. Right. Wow. That's crazy.
I can show you hundreds of people that man, how many times have you heard a paranormal team investigate a Masonic Lodge? Quite a bit, right? See, that's what I mean. And I mean, that's because, the things that they have done in there, not only when they were active, but things still stay active even when nobody's there. Why?
Yeah.
because of the energy and the manifestations you brought into that building.
Right. And all the rituals they do, the dark rituals and all that, man. Like, we as Templars, man, the only ritual we're going to do is probably pray and knight somebody. You know what I mean? Like, there's no rituals of being a Templar knight.
Our host.
Yeah, bro. You know what I mean? And like, oh, you guys are... Stop, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, God, don't label me before you... People fear what they don't understand.
That's exactly it.
You walk around saying you're not a Templar, man. Why? Well, what are you doing here? You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm probably here to help you, brother. You know what I'm saying? So,
right.
So,
it's crazy. It's crazy that people are like that, you know, because I was just looking on Amazon yesterday and I was looking for like a fleece, like just a pullover jacket, because all I wanted was either the Jerusalem cross or a Crusader cross, you know, because I love the Crusader cross. I've got my hats. I mean, you can see I've got you know, and I've got the Jerusalem cross in the back of this Scully. But I was looking for that, and the only one that came up even off Amazon was a Masonic Templar.
Yep. Timu. Timu's cheap, bro, but I mean, they've got
I know. I've gotten stuff in there. I didn't know they have jackets like that.
Oh yeah. Hoodies and all kinds, brother. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. See, you see this? That's First Crusade.
Oh yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Right on.
I mean, if you look, it's got the leather strapping down here. This is a sweatshirt that I got off Amazon, but my wife's gotten me some stuff from Temu and stuff like that, and I really like it. I really do. I didn't know they have jackets though, because I thought all the jackets were took up by the Masonic Templars.
Yeah, man. I don't know, man. I know Temu's got a lot. We're dropping our own clothing line here. Probably the first of the year as well when we start having chapter meetings. So we're gonna be. I got a local artist right now. All of our images are going to be AI, all original images. I said AI. Excuse me. All original images that he's going to draw. I got a couple guys on TikTok that I've getting alliance with that's helped us out through some images and things like that. You know, just to kind of help the order out a little bit financially. Unfortunately, I hate money, but it's something we got to have. You know what I'm saying? So, definitely. I can't be supporting thousands of people in the order right now, brother.
Oh, I know.
I would love to. I would love to, man, but I can't, brother. You know what I'm saying? So we're probably going to do something like that. Probably open up a store online. Probably open up a local store as well. Pretty cool stuff. We got some really good images coming. Like I said, we got a couple commanderies. I got one in Florence, Kansas right now that we've been looking at, and also Mays, Kansas as well, man. So, you know, we kind of go out there and have our chapter meetings and things like that, man. And probably end up opening a store out there. I don't know what we're doing. I got to talk to my high council, man, see what's going on.
How big are the Templars out there in Kansas?
So there's, really, I've never heard of another order out here. I got some of my guys out here. I got my Crusaders out here, and I got my Templars, obviously, but the only one that I heard is a York right over here on unfortunately, the Freemasons. And that's what sucks. You know what I mean? And I drive up on my street right here, there's a lodge. You know what I mean? They may, I'm not against people per se, but I'm against what you believe in. Okay. And, you know what I mean? Like, but yeah. There's not a lot. There's about Kansas chapter. I have about 46, 47 right now. Right now, just Kansas alone. I'm getting ready to open up Georgia today. Georgia chapter. Yep. So he's doing his knowledge right now and doing his research right now. I'm going to be testing him at the end of the day, and then my commander Steve. Commander Chief Steve from Georgia will be opened up, and the Empire will open up there in Georgia. So
That's amazing. That's amazing. Like me, I'm in South Carolina. I'm actually in Beaufort, South Carolina, like 30 minutes outside of Hilton Head Island. So I grew up in the low country around here. So,
Right.
there's not like a big Templar area, around here, but I am using this as ministry ground. Like I told you the other day, man, I am a dialysis patient. I'm a cancer survivor. I beat stage 3 non-Hodgkin lymphoma. I'm 48 years old, and I beat stage 3 non-Hodgkin lymphoma. The chemotherapy and radiation destroyed my only kidney. I was born with one kidney.
Oh, wow.
So now, I'm having to deal with that. But
Sure.
listen, what happened at my dialysis center? There was an unbeliever for the manager there for like spiritual stuff and stuff like that. This guy that went there to the center ended up committing suicide.
Oh, wow.
And he sat in the same chair that I sat in on the opposite days. And the day that I went in there, the day before he committed suicide, I was about to have a panic attack sitting in that chair, being hooked up to needles in your arm and stuff like that. And I couldn't figure, I had no idea why. And then I found out that this guy not only committed suicide, but his sister committed suicide, his mom committed suicide, and his dad committed suicide. So that dark energy aura was flowing through this place.
Oh, yeah.
And the manager of them actually started getting negative paranormal activity inside the dialysis center.
No.
And
Wow.
my wife and I went in and did a proper cleansing of that place, and blessed with holy water, holy oil, the people that were there, and they have not had an issue since. But if people don't address that and they let that carry on like that, can you imagine? I mean, you got people that are 60 plus years old there, and they're hooked up to a machine keeping them alive. And then they start dropping out of there because of experiences they're experiencing inside the dialysis center. We have to be able to help them. And ever since then, like the manager and all them, they all believe now.
Yeah. Amen. Amen, bro. Amen.
Mm-hmm.
See that work. That's cool, man. Like, I've seen some stuff in my days too, man. Dark forces are real, 100%. You know what I mean? And like I said, over my life, man, I've seen it. I've seen some things that are unnatural in this world, brother. That tried to attach itself to me. My mom said, remember, she's very spiritual. She's very prophetic. She said she saw a little demon on the back of my neck trying to control me like a horse, like an imp. You know what I mean? And I'm like, she said it's over and over and over. And it wasn't just a couple times, man. It was like maybe at least 10, 20 times. Saying this. So I'm like, what? That's weird. Are you on drugs? You know what I'm saying? Like, are you? No, she was like, man, I see this thing on you. And I'm like, we got to get it off you. So I've been through so many exorcists and things. And they said that the Kamish was a spiritual name. Does that make sense? Is that a demon? Okay. I don't know if that's a...
Yeah, Kamesh is a demon.
Yeah. I guess I don't know if that makes sense. I don't know. So
that's wild.
Yeah. So I kept hearing this Kamish over my head, and I'm like, what? So I don't know. Is that a real thing?
Yeah.
is.
But by far,
Yeah.
like people don't understand spiritual warfare can happen at many different degrees,
Oh yeah.
whether it's paranormal, whether it's drug addiction, whether it's alcoholism, whether it's anger, where it's gluttony. I mean, there's so many things that can attach itself to you, because what the devil wants to do is not only attack you at your strengths, but attack you at your weaknesses too. So if he can latch hold of everything that you're strong on, everything that you're weak on, is just open prey for him to come in and really attack you.
Right. Right.
So, but brother, it's about coming up on an hour here.
Okay.
But
Cool.
listen,
Yep.
it has been amazing having you on, man, and I commend you
As well.
so much, brother Andrew. You know that
Thank you.
you have that you are more than an overcomer, and these and you just you keep putting those boots on the ground, and you keep that leadership, and you
Thank
keep
you.
that mentality, you know, because it's going to carry you a long way, brother. And believe
man.
me, we've got your back, and a lot
Thank
of
you.
other people have your back
Me
there
as well.
too. You know, so I mean, just please always know that we are in this together with you, man.
Yeah.
You know,
Amen.
so
Thank you.
we're not against anything. You know, we want to see you succeed. We want to see you rise above things and do that. And we're here to help any way that we can.
Awesome.
So
Appreciate you, man.
let me tell you,
Yes, sir.
yes, sir. Why won't you tell the viewers here how they can get a hold of you, like your Facebook pages and things like that, how they can reach you?
My name is OGM Andrew Solter, Knights Templar Empire, Crusaders Empire. My Facebook is GM Andrew Solter. Shoot me a message. Join our Facebook page at Crusaders Empire today if you guys want. If you guys want to know about the order, let me know. Give me a call. Shoot me a message.
Or me, and I can set you up right with him too.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. All right. Awesome. Much love, respect, guys. Thank you for having me on the show. Hopefully, we'll do many soon as well.
Yeah,
so.
absolutely,
Awesome.
man. And I appreciate your brother, and thank you for coming on. Thank you for spending time with us, and and it's been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you. Yeah, God bless, man.
All right, God bless you too, brother. God bless. Gwen, are you still on? All right, go ahead, brother. Go ahead. You take care.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Too,
all right.
Thank you,
man.
Thank
you for joining us.
God bless you, brother.
There you go.
guys, that's Gia. I mean, he's an awesome guy. Of course, you know, we all in life have a testimony. We all in life have something that we've gone through that we have either had to rise above, and we need to come over. And this should be an encouragement to you all. I mean, you heard what he said. He ate a half ounce of methamphetamines at one time. That man should be dead. And obviously he's got something greater in his life. And that should be an encouragement for all of you guys too, because anything that you're going through, you can always rise above it. You can always be better today than you were yesterday, and pray for a better tomorrow than it is today. And that's a good word for you guys. You guys take care. You guys have a great week. Stay safe, be blessed always, and stay spooky, people. Peace.